Hey everyone, what's up? Jeff exclamation point here. All right, so I just came back from seeing Come From Away. Now, normally I do this whole thing at the theaters, and I apologize. I was running like a tad bit late to the show and made it just in time for it to start, so I didn't get to do the whole thing. And then I was like, that's fine, I'll do it during the intermission. And then it dawned on me there's no intermission in the show. So I took a little bit of video of the theater and the set and kind of what it all looks like, and I'll put it in here. Come From Away is based on a true story of the horrific events of 9/11. All the airplanes that were in the sky were required to do emergency landings. There is a whole bunch of planes that landed in a small Canadian town called Gander. And it is the story of the people in Gander having to deal with hundreds of airplanes of passengers from all over the world going to this very small town in which they usually only get maybe 6 planes landing a day. And how this whole town and community rallied to help these people who are basically trapped away from their homes, their families, and their loved ones. It is a beautiful, beautiful story with some of the most amazing music. Whenever the actors finished their bow, the actors left the stage and the band came forward and just performed. And I mean, the crowd was going nuts for them. It was such a great thing to see. The performers were good. They were really good. You could tell that they have done the show a lot. So a lot of the emotions that you were hoping to see were not quite there. You could tell some of them were just going through the movements, but it was still a really good show and actually worth the ticket price. I went to TKTS, and if you watch the video that I started this whole series with, and I'll put a link to that up above and below as well, I showed everyone where I buy my tickets. It's this place called TKTS, and you can get their app. TKTS is the app. It's a big red block with white letters. All the tickets there are half price. I want to say I paid $90, about $90 for my seat, and I was third row center. I was looking up at the actors, and it was great because every now and then one of them would come up really close and you could specifically hear his or her voice. Oh, and let me tell you, the singing and the music of that show is just something special. Even though it deals with 9/11, it is still a very uplifting show. Now, one of the things about this show that kind of ruined some of it for me were the people I was sitting next to that were constantly texting. A couple of people that were refusing to wear a mask, and the ushers had to keep coming up to them and asking them to put the mask on. I've only encountered that in maybe one other show, but most people have been very, very respectful with that. But this is a weekend. This is my first actual weekend show. And I will tell you, the weekday crowds are a lot more respectful than the weekend crowds. It was kind of more of a rowdy audience, kind of, I don't know how to say it. But God, to be in that theater, some of the most beautiful voices in the world are in this room singing. And I can't tell you what it does to me. It's so much joy. I don't know. Oh God, it just makes my heart so happy. So happy. So even with people not being respectful in there, it still was an amazing experience. Even though you could tell some of the performers were just going through the motions, I still teared up because the story is so powerful. It is so uplifting. It brings hope back to you. I recommend the show. I mean, it's Come From Away. It is not just here in New York, it's touring across America. It is just one act. So if you're a person who's like, theater's so long, I don't want to watch it, but you're with people who really want to go see it, no, an hour and a half, it's done. I actually wished it was a little longer, but that was more for the music than the actual story. They did the story perfectly in the perfect amount of time. I just wanted more music because that music is just phenomenal. At the end, I did get a little bit of merch. They were running out of a lot. They had a really cool looking mug. And as soon as I got there, they had literally sold the last one. And they were telling me they're getting in a different design tomorrow. But anyways, Come From Away. I would not put this one on the top of your list. But if some of the shows that you're wanting to see don't have really good seats or are sold out, this is a very good failsafe. Phantom of the Opera has always been my failsafe. If everything is sold out or there's no good seats or I've seen everything, because I've seen Phantom a million times, just not in the Majestic Theater. And I really want to see it in its original home. Even though when I go in there, I know everything is going to be so dated compared to all the new shows that are out. But I always have those couple of shows that are on a fail-safe. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I didn't get to do a lot more in the theater and show you guys a lot more or show you what the merch was. Everything was just very rushed in that theater. But I got one more show tonight, and then I have to go back to Orlando. So please make sure you like, subscribe, and gang, I will see all of you next time. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.